Hi students, welcome back to the HTML program series. Today we are going to see question number 2. So let's read the question number 2. So question number 2 says write HTML5 code with CSS as follows. Now here we have to create a form that will accept name, age, email address from the user. Then it should have a submit button to send the data. Then there will be heading of the form that should have a background color and a different font style. So here color is not mentioned, and even the font style what you need to apply, that is not mentioned, so you will apply on your choice. Correct. So let's start. So we'll start with Notepad first. We'll create the structure. So in HTML5 the first tag is doc type HTML, then your HTML tag will come, then your head section, immediately close the head section, then within head section we'll put title tag. So I'll be giving the title as user registration, since we are creating a form here. Then your body section, then close body tag, and then close HTML tag. So structure is ready. So first we'll give the heading. Again heading will have the same user registration. Then we'll begin with the form. So to start with the form, HTML provides a tag called form tag. Now form tag has certain attributes like name is there, method is there, and an action attribute. So we'll use all these attributes. We'll provide a form name. So just put form1. Then I'll put the method attribute. So there are two methods. One is get method and is post method. Get method sends the form data in the URL. That is when you click submit button, within the URL the data is pasted and it is sent to the server. Whereas the post method sends the data through HTTP headers. That is when your browser talks to the server, it talks in a format specified by the HTTP protocol. So it is invisible to you when you send the data, that is when you click the submit button, it goes invisible to the server. Then in action attribute you have to specify the name of the website or the name of the script file that is going to handle your form. So actually I have created one script file and I've kept it on my website. So I'll just mention my website address and the script file name. So my one website is there, exa.in. On that I have created one response.php script file that will handle the form data. So that what this script file is going to do, whatever data you submit to it, it will give a response. So just reduce the font. So that it comes in one line. Okay. So see the form tag, name I have used, method I have used, and action attribute. Correct. So these are not compulsory also during exam time. You can just put name attribute or just only form tag will also do. So here we are actually testing the form, how data is passed from the form to the server. So I am using this action method attributes. Okay. So your form tag begins here and this is your closing form tag. Now let's go back to the question. So you have to accept name, age, email address. So we have three input fields that you have to going to define. To define an input field, the tag is input tag with the type attribute. So before that we'll put the label for this. You can use the label attribute. Label tag is also provided in forms, but it's not in your syllabus, so we'll be not using that. So directly we'll write enter your name as the label for this input field. So our input field name is type equal to text. The type will be text for this field, correct? And then we'll provide a name to that. We'll write f name, full name. Then we can provide the size of the field. I'll provide the size 30. Okay, so this first field is ready. Then we'll put two BR, we'll put two line breaks, so there is a good spacing among the fields. Next question is age and email address. Okay, so again we'll write age and we'll create an input field for this. Now here we have to write input type equal to number. HTML5 provides specific fields for certain type of data. So for entering numeric data, we have a special type called number, which was not there in HTML4 version. So we'll write input type equal to number, then we'll provide a name for this. Again the name will be same age. Then there is no need to provide the size. We can use a min and max attribute to determine what is the minimum age to be entered and what's the maximum age. That we can use, but it's not given in the question, so we'll omit that. Then again we'll put two BRs. Then the next is email address field, so we'll write email address as the label for the field. Then input type equal to, we'll write email. So in HTML5 specific type is given for every type of data. For email address, entering email address, we have type equal to email. So this input field will be accepting only the email addresses. It won't accept any other data. So again name, in name I'll put email underscore add. Okay, address, email address. So we are not using any other attribute, only the name attribute here. So this is almost ready, the form is ready. Again we'll put 2BR. Now the question says that you should also create a submit button to send the data. So here in the question reset button is not mentioned, so we'll not add the reset button, which is used for resetting the form. So we'll use directly the submit button type, that is input type equal to submit, and we'll provide a value that is a display value for the button. So we'll put in caps lock submit. Okay, so your form is ready, correct? And we'll save this as program2 program2.html. I'm saving this in practice folder on desktop. So save as type, we'll choose all files so that the page gets saved in HTML doc form. So here we save this and we go to practice folder and we go to program number 2. Okay, here it is. We open that. So your form is ready. I will just zoom this web page. So we have name, we have provided the size 30, so your age is given. So here we can use the scroll buttons to input the numeric value for the age. Then we have email address, then we have submit button. We can have a check here. We'll write the email address and we'll click submit button. Now here already I have mentioned the action attribute and I have mentioned one script file which is created on my website, so it will take you there. So all this form data will go to the exa.in and it will be handled by response.php file which is created in PHP language. So here we submit the form. Now the form goes to the server. Let's see here. Now there is a response came from this server, so it is thank you for submitting the form, your form content is received to us is as follows. So this I have created, so it's format I have created that. So it is giving the response, it is collecting the form data and redisplaying in your browser. Okay, so you can also use this on your computer or mobile phone. You can write exa.in/response.php in the action attribute. Okay, I just click back button. So your form is working fine, it is collecting the data. So see that you put name attribute compulsory, then only my script will handle that data. Okay, so your form is ready. Now the third question which is given in your textbook, the third part of this question, that is the heading of the form should have a background color and a different font style. So we have to use CSS here, so I'll be using internal CSS method, or you can also use inline method. So I'll be using style tag in the head section, so heading you have to change the background color, so I will write H1 and I will change the background color, background dash color, and I will give the background color as cyan color. So your color name is not mentioned, so you can use as per your choice. Now next, the font style is been asked. So what are the different font style? The most important font style that is used is italic. So I'll be writing that font style italic. You can just do Google search to find out what are the different font styles values in CSS. So I just do a quick check on that. So it will, I have to go to the W3 Schools website. So use this W3 Schools website to learn HTML and CSS. It is provided by World Wide Web Consortium. So they are the group that looks after the web technology development. Whatever new technology comes, whatever new changes come in the web technologies, they provide a tutorial on this website, that is w3schools.com. So I've gone to font style. We go to font style. So here we can get examples and explanation for every CSS property. As well, there are other languages tutorials like PHP, Python, SQL, then AngularJS is also there. Many tutorials are provided on this website, so this is the best website for learning web technologies. So font style has three values that you can provide. One is normal, one is italic, and one is oblique. So oblique is very similar to italic. So font style will put this value, that is italic. Okay, so we have already added font style italic, and let's check the effect. We save this file and we go to our output, that is our user registration form, and we'll refresh this. So you can see the background color has changed and the heading has come in italic style. So italic means little lean, little slanted. The font alphabets will come. Okay, so with this, our output for question number 2 is ready. We can align this also by using table tag, but that's not mentioned in your textbook, so we're not doing that. We can use td tr tags and put this in that rows and table cells so that it gets properly aligned. So that's all for today. Thank you. So you can just have a screenshot of this code. Take a screenshot and practice it on your computer. So thank you very much for today's video.